Hey there, Steve Rubis with another installment of Capital Markets Investor Relations in 2 minutes or less. Today we're going to continue the discussion of Paul Maurice and investor relations. And remember, Paul Maurice is the Stanley Cup champion head coach of the Florida Panthers. I want to start with this quote, or this idea of it takes what it takes. And this was a friend said to me during my job search recently in networking. And the idea is you don't know how many jobs it takes to get to success. You don't know how much time it takes to get to that success point. And you just have to keep plugging away. And I think Paul Maurice is a great example of this. And it starts with this framework of what I call the Paul Maurice hat trick for investor relations. And the first leg of the hat trick has to do with leadership. The second leg has to do with your experience and tenure. And the third has to do with the team or the situation that the IRO was placed into. And in today's video, we're going to really discuss this Paul Maurice plus experience and how it translates into investor relations. And the key here is that success is about time and opportunity. How many opportunities does a person get over a course of a career to learn a new situation, learn through change, adapt, and overcome that new field, that new business model that they're learning? And for Paul Maurice, it's taken 31 years to reach the pinnacle of his career. He's had 5 different NHL coaching gigs and 3 different minor league coaching gigs. And what's clear here is he's not always been in the NHL. Sometimes he's had to take a step back or take a curve in his career. But having each one of these opportunities, whether it was at the minor league level or professional level, is what translated into him ultimately succeeding in winning the Stanley Cup this year. So let's talk about translating this experience to investor relations. And for me, it boils down to this premise. Can the investor relations officer scale across these 4 variables? The first is companies, different industries, different management teams, and different investor sets. And the more an IRO can scale across these variables, the more opportunities and the more types they scale across, the more that translates into replicable success at different market caps, different industries, different types of investor relations opportunities. So let's get to the key learnings if you're an executive looking to hire best-in-class investor relations. And it starts with this idea: can the investor relations officer scale? Have they seen different types of investor sets, business models, management teams, and been able to navigate a crisis or an activist or different things that are thrown at them successfully? Number 2, what did he or she face? Again, was it a difficult situation or was it an easy and benign situation? The more difficult, the greater the accomplishment, which leads to third, what did he or she learn? What new skills did they learn in each of these different stops that's going to be immensely valuable to you and your team going forward to unlock shareholder value? Sometimes you can learn as much in 1 year as you might learn in 10. So always ask the question of what did they face and what did they learn? Always here to help if you need best-in-class investor relations. Thanks for watching.